I'm going to show you today why the business that you're thinking about starting, or maybe have already started, is inevitably going to succeed. And I mean that when I say it's inevitable, right? And you might be thinking, well, that's nonsense. How can it be inevitable? Total rubbish. What's Jack talking about? Well, I'm going to break it down for you step by step today. It's not hope. It's not a maybe. This is inevitable. And it's going to be about working less hard, but more often, and building consistency into what you're doing in your business. And that's the key to changing everything. Because as you know, when you start a business, or when you do anything in life, it's full of uncertainty, right? Everything's a question. Most of the time you're thinking to yourself, is this going to work? Am I taking the right actions? What happens if I spend all of this time and it doesn't work? Blah, 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 blah. And your brain goes through all of these processes to think, oh no, what if I'm spending all of these hours and it's not going to work in the end? And that voice is the one that often makes us switch. So as soon as we start thinking, maybe it's content on Facebook that I need to do. Oh, I've been doing that for a week and it's not working. Okay, I'm going to try and do ads over here. Oh, wait, no, that's not working. What if I do DMs? Oh, I've sent 10 DMs and it's not working. Okay, I'm going to try referrals. And, oh no, that's not working either. So maybe I need to do a podcast. And, oh no, I'm not getting any viewers and it's taking too many hours. Maybe I need to do a little bit of all of these things. If that sounds familiar, then that's part of your problem, right? Doing all of these different things is not going to lead to success. And it sounds obvious, right? But if you just do one of them, then it will lead to success as long as you do consistent action. And the reason that you can't do that consistent action is because of this uncertainty. Will it work? Right? You're sat there, oh, will it work? What if it doesn't? What if I'm putting all of these hours in and it doesn't work? So in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you why your business success is as predictable as the sun coming up every morning, right? And it's easy. The way this first came into my head is when I was having my morning coffee with one of my good friends, Melvin, and we were talking about business and the predictability of business and how to get rid of that uncertain feeling we all had. And the coffee shop owner came into my head. So the coffee shop owner, he doesn't worry about where his customers are coming, right? He knows that every day people are going to wake up, and because his coffee is good quality, they're going to come in and they're going to buy that coffee and they're going to drink it, and his business is going to succeed. As long as he wakes up every day and opens the doors of that coffee shop, makes his coffee, people are going to come in. Even if his coffee's not amazing, people will still come, right? He'll still get people walking past who need a coffee and coming in and buying it. Now, what's the difference between his business and your digital business? In your head, you're probably going, oh, it's more complex. There's so many more moving parts. It's harder to find customers. I can only do it digitally, etc., etc., etc. And there's all of these excuses as to why you can't make your business work, right? Now, I'm telling you now, all of it is nonsense because I've been through it. And the problem that stops you and holds you back is this, right? It's this thinking that you can't do it. It's this thinking that the idea is not going to work. And the problem is commitment is not, you can't be 50% committed, right? You can't be 80% committed. And you can't even be 99.99999% committed, right? It's digital. Commitment is a digital thing. You're either 0 or you're 100. And if your brain is telling you, oh, this content I'm posting every day, is it working? I don't know if it's working. Oh, maybe I should change tactic. Maybe I should do something else. And then you're exhausting yourself doing all of these new projects and you're getting this big dopamine hit every time you switch task. And then you're burning out and you're thinking, why is this not working for me, right? So that's the basic reason, is you can't be committed to something because you don't know if it's going to work or not. And all of this is down to what's known as the consistency equation, right? But here's what actually happens when you stay consistent. So we've got daily action plus time equals results. Okay? If you take the smallest action every day, it will lead to results. And the way this will work is looking at this graph, right? So I'm almost off the bottom of my screen there. So to begin with, in that first 0 to 30 days, you'll get some dots in the box, but nothing will really change. And then from days 30 to 90, this will get bigger and bigger. And then in days 90 plus, this line will start taking you up and up and up and up and up until it becomes exponential. And the biggest change with all of this stuff is that you will start to trust what you're doing. Because as that progress starts to come through, as those things start to compound, you will start to trust that process and it will begin to feel inevitable. And when it feels inevitable, it reinforces your commitment, right? And it reinforces that commitment to the process because you know that it's going to work if you keep doing it. And that is the biggest thing that you are missing right now in your business because you don't believe that it's going to work, okay? Now, it's not just going to happen straight away, right? In reality, you're going to start like this and it's not really going to move much and you're building the foundations. It's almost the same as if you go to the gym, right? In that first period, you're just building up the muscles in between the main muscles and it feels like nothing's really happening. So you're going to just sit at this point and like, here's where most people give up, okay? But if you keep going past that, it will start to improve gradually and you'll get better and better and better at it. And then it'll break through. So you need to pick one of these things, right? And the choice you have really is going and figuring out how to do ads or going in and figuring out how to find referrals from your existing network, which I cannot spell, so tell me how to do it in the comments. Or it's to go and send DMs and have conversations with people. And they're the three choices, really. Everything else, content, secondary, right? You can do it, great, but it's secondary to these three things, okay? Having conversations with people that could potentially buy your product and service consistently over time is the fastest way to build your business and get you to the 10K a month or whatever it is that is your first goal before you can move on to the next bit, okay? Now, the reason this works so well is, and the story I like to tell, how many people have made one YouTube video? How many business owners or wannabe business owners? Maybe 90%, right? So 90% of everybody has made one video or done something for one rep, let's say, okay? And then when we get to 10 reps, what, we talking, what, maybe 30% of people have done 10 reps? What about 100 reps? How many people have sent 100 DMs? Or 100 YouTube videos, right? We're talking less than 10%. I'd be surprised if it's 10%. I'm probably being generous. And if we get to 1,000, I mean, you're talking, you know, it's going to be less than 1%. So when you get to that point, it's inevitable that you're going to succeed. Inevitable. And what this knowledge will give you is knowing that the actions that you're taking, as long as it's in the same kind of area, on the same kind of activity, consistently, and it's simple and not overly complicated, you're going to be in this less than 1%. And if you end up in the less than 1%, you cannot fail. And once you understand that and believe that, there is no way that your mindset won't help you get there. Because as I said at the beginning of this video, the biggest thing holding you back and stopping you from succeeding right now is that you don't know if the actions that you're taking are going to work. So you keep switching between the different actions. Now I'm telling you 100% that if you follow consistently sending DMs every day, or if you follow consistently posting content and following up with all the people that comment on your content and commenting on other people's content, it will work. If you consistently post on YouTube, it will work, right? The problem you have is you don't believe in any one process, so you're switching between all of the different processes instead of just delivering what you should be delivering. So the last thing I want to draw for you guys today, right? And how you're probably feeling now and how you'll feel for probably the first 3 months of this consistency, right? You'll be in the hope phase, you'll be in the hustle phase, and you'll also be in uncertainty and doubt. And you have to continue through that, okay? But as long as you're doing the one thing, like I said, just the one thing consistently, deal with this. This is normal. This is a good thing. This is going to change into momentum. Action breeds momentum. It's going to change into systems as you start to see what's working and how you can repeat that process day to day. That's going to then turn into confidence, right? And confidence with momentum and systems equals predictability. And that's the reward that you're going to get. And I know it because I've done it. And that's exactly what happened in my business. I used to spend all of my time on various platforms, posting content, going across and doing ads, doing this thing here, doing this collaboration, getting on endless collaboration calls with people. You name it, I tried it. And nothing worked until I set myself one thing, one task, and I did it repeatedly. So the final path and formula, and I really need to get myself a board wiper, but I just wanted to start making these videos. So the final thing that you need to remember is this, right? The first step is consistency at one thing. Consistency leads to predictability, okay? Predictability leads to trust, and that's you trusting the process because it's predictable. So sending DMs every day, right? People replying to those DMs and wanting to get on calls. You knowing that sending DMs every day leads to people replying and wanting to get on calls, which leads to trust, right? And that, in your mind and in reality and in everything else, leads to inevitability. And that's all you need to remember. So if that's been helpful, if you've enjoyed it, let me know. Give me a like, a subscribe, a comment. I'm going to make more content like this with the whiteboard. I'm going to play with my setup a bit so you can see a bit more of it. But thank you for watching till the end. And if you got value out of it, please let me know.